Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January 11th through the 17th. Before we get started with the forecast, I do have one quick announcement to make, which is I do have mentoring sessions with slots still available. The first one that is available is January the 13th. That is at 12:15 Mountain Time, 2:15 Eastern Time, which would be 7:15 if you live in the UK. The next one available is on Martin Luther King Day here in the United States. That's Monday. That's at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Monday the 18th, I should say. That's at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, or 8 o'clock p.m. in the United Kingdom. And then the last one I have scheduled so far is January 24th. That's in the evening. It's a Sunday. That's at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and about 1:30, I think, in the morning on Monday if you happen to live in the UK. So those are what are available. If any of those work for you and you would like to participate in a group mentoring session, go ahead and look up my contact information on my website, amista.info, and let me know. Also, let me know if you're interested in a group mentoring session and none of those dates and times work for you, and we will find something that does, and then we'll just open that up to whoever else would like to join us for that. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's get on with your reading. On Monday, what you have coming up is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is telling me that you have some kind of situation where you're feeling kind of stuck or limited on Monday. And with that situation, the key to know here is that that is something where you have limited yourself by your own thinking, by how you're looking at this, how you're processing this. So whatever the situation is that comes in on Monday that you're feeling limited in, like you don't know what to do with it, you're feeling stuck in it, the key here is to look at this from a different perspective. So if you can imagine telling your neighbor about this situation and what their reaction might be, or telling your mom or your dad about the situation, what their reaction might be, just having that little difference in perspective can really make things clear to you about where you're limiting yourself and things that you can change so that you're not stuck in this situation. So that's the advice there. Right now the energy is just showing you as stuck, but that's the advice to help you get unstuck from that on Monday. Tuesday, what we have coming up is we have the Six of Coins. And the Six of Coins is telling me that there is, I feel like there's there's a couple of things that could be happening, but this is talking about balancing things out financially. So somebody is either paying back money that they owe to you, or you're paying back money that you owe to somebody. So, oh, and the other thing I was going to say is this can come in both ways for some of you too. Somebody can be paying you back on the same day that you're actually paying somebody else back. So you might take the money that somebody pays to you and then go pay off somebody else, or it could be that you pay off somebody else and then later on somebody comes up and pays you back. So you have this like bonus, so I've got cash in my pocket after all, that works. So there's a lot of different ways that that can come in, but it has to do with debt repayment. Either you're making a debt repayment or somebody else is making a debt repayment to you. Now, on Wednesday, we have the Hanged Man showing up, and the Hanged Man is in reverse. I like him in reverse. He's very happy looking in reverse. He looks like he's dancing a jig. People are throwing flowers. He's dancing so well. This is a card that really talks to me about release and personal jubilation. So this is not necessarily like a group, like a celebration get-together type card. This is more of a personal, of an inner thing, but this is where you have realized something that really helps you understand how to move forward in a situation. And I feel like the relief of this understanding is so much that it really does bring some happiness and some jubilation. You're feeling like, oh, I can dance through this situation now, where you were feeling like you were stuck with it before. And this could actually tie into our Monday's card, the Eight of Swords, where we had our own limitations, our own thinking was our own limitation, that you're breaking free from that on Wednesday. But I don't feel like that's necessarily true for all of you. I feel like for some of you, this may be a whole other type of enlightenment that comes in for you on Wednesday that's not related. Now, Thursday, let's move on. We've got the Hierophant. What I'm hearing for you is that the Hierophant means that you have somebody coming into your life on Thursday that you're asking for some advice. This can be something like going to a counselor or a therapist. This can be like going to a spiritual leader. This can just be going to a trusted friend. But what I'm hearing is that you're getting some good advice on Thursday. You're feeling like, um, yeah, even though we have the Hangman in reverse, you're still feeling a little bit like, feels to me like you sort of want to have some kind of confirmation of how that information all came together for you already. You're kind of wanting to feel, you're feeling like that's all really exciting and great, but I'm a little bit scared to follow that. So you're looking for some kind of confirmation of the information that's already come in. So that's what I see going on for you on Thursday. On Friday, we've got the 8 of Coins showing up. This just means you're working. You're working. Now, what you need to know about me is work can mean one of two things. Work can be that way that you make a living, okay? But work can also be, when I have it come up, can also have to do with those things that we're doing to improve our own character. So if there's something that you've been working on, doing better in your life, then this can talk about really spending some time on a project like that on Friday. For an example, talk about working on your own character or working on your own self. I realized in high school that I really didn't smile a lot. And there was a reason for that. I had been conditioned not to smile a lot as I was growing up. It was just kind of safer not to do that. But when I realized that I didn't smile a lot, that I didn't express happiness a lot, even when I was feeling it, I didn't really express it, I decided that that really wasn't okay for me and that I wanted to start expressing my feelings more. Maybe it has to do with me being a Scorpio. Maybe it just has to do with normal human being life. I really couldn't tell you which, but I made a concentrated effort to smile when I felt happy, and it was definitely a conscious choice that I had to make and remind myself of. So that would be something that I would consider work. You know, during those days that I actually made that conscious effort, and it wasn't something that I just didn't think about all the time. Um, Thinking about smiling was work. It was something I was doing to improve my own self. So it could be something like that that's coming in, something that you're doing to improve your own self. Sometimes people kind of realize, they kind of look around and realize at a certain point in their life, wow, I've really, like, I never thought that I would lie this much, but I'm kind of lying a lot. And it's just to make other people around me happy and keep them calm and pacified. But there's really nothing wrong with the truth. I'm not sure why I'm telling so many lies. So then that person might decide, you know what, I am going to start being more honest. And so they start taking conscious steps to be more honest. That would be another example of doing some work on yourself. So Friday, it could come in two ways. It could come in that you're going to actually be doing some work, like paid labor. Could be coming in that you're actually doing some work that's not paid. Could be that you're doing some kind of work around the house that you're not paid for, but still it's work. Or it could be that you're doing something to improve your own self on Friday, Sagittarius. Now, and I do feel like there's going to be all three types of that manifesting for different ones of you. So whichever one resonates the most, that's the one you should expect for you. Saturday, 7 of Coins in reverse. 7 of Coins in reverse. I feel like you have a little money in your pocket. You've got a little jingle going on. And I feel like it's kind of burning a hole in your pocket. Saturday, you spend it. There's something that you see that you're like, oh, I have to have that. Maybe it's a nice dinner out. Maybe it's a new toy, a new jet ski, a new ski machine for snow. I don't know what it is, but it feels to me like it's like you have a little bit of money that comes into your pocket, and as soon as it does, you're ready to spend it. Okay, what can I do with this? So that's what comes in for me on Saturday, is out spending money, and it feels like it's spending money on something fun. It's not spending money on something that is necessarily practical or productive, but it's something that's fun. Okay, so let's move on to Sunday. Sunday, Sagittarius, you have the Hermit card that's telling me, and it's in reverse, which is telling me that Sunday you are spending some time alone, but by the end of Sunday, you are out and about and being more social. So time alone earlier in the day, you're spending kind of introspective, really looking at yourself, what makes you tick, what makes you trigger, what makes you happy, those types of things, sort of figuring out things about you and yourself. And then, like I said, later on by the end of the day, you're like, okay, I need some social interaction. And so I see you doing some kind of social interaction by the end of the day. You're not going to last a whole day doing that introspective stuff. That's just too much weight for you in one day, at least on that day, at least on Sunday. Okay, so Sagittarius, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I also appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the comments. Those of you who would like to be a part of a group mentoring session, don't forget to let me know that. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here next time. Peace out.